Shanghai is a city with thousands of years of history and it is constantly developing. But around the city, there are these tiny small pockets of history and it looks like and feels like you're taking a step back in time. We're going to see one of those small pockets today. This is Sanlin Old Street and it feels like you're taking a step back 1,000 years because that is how long people have been living here along the Sanlin River. 欢迎来中国的上海，今天我在三林老街，我们走吧。So before we see Sanlin Old Street just over there, let's take a look across the river this side because you can see the modern apartment buildings just across the river. Shanghai is one of the fastest developing cities in the entire world, but let's see the historical part of a modern city. Got a lady selling some sugarcane right there. So here's the entrance to Sanlin Lao. Yeah, we are immediately greeted with these beautiful red lanterns. Disclaimer, we are currently in the middle of Chinese New Year. 新年快乐，新年快乐，马上有钱. This area is not designed to look old, it is just old. They take very, very good care of it, but they just haven't made it modern, which I absolutely love because, again, just across the river there you can see the modern buildings. We don't need more modern buildings, we don't. I love the designs of the Chinese buildings with, I don't even know what they're called, like the scoops, the ramps that goes off the corners of the roofs. Very, very cool. I'm sure these people are extremely important people in the history of China and Shanghai and Sanlin. So Sanlin used to be a very, very small fishing village, but of course now it is just a neighborhood or a town connected to Shanghai. And San, it means three, and Lin, it means forest. So the three forests. I have not seen a person younger than 50 years old. These old towns and ancient streets are where the older people like to live. And I have heard that some Chinese people are worried about these areas. They're going to fade out because young people don't want to live here. Because no young people live here, and when the older people die, they leave the houses to their children, to their grandchildren, and they don't want them. So a lot of them just get abandoned, and there is definitely signs of that in these ancient towns and these older towns. They do get taken care of, but there's a lot of empty homes that the children don't want. These areas are just absolutely beautiful. There are so many of these ancient streets around Shanghai. And very soon I'm going to take you to my favorite one because it is in an area where I used to live. This is the first time I've ever been here. That is a Zhongguojie. Someone taught me that recently. It's a massive one. Let's take a look down here. So people do live here. People still live here. And there are signs of people living here. Don't want to go too far because there's people's homes. But yeah, the younger people don't want to live in these areas. And this one is not that far away from the city, but many of them, they're on the outskirts of the major cities. And of course, the younger people, they need to work. So they need to live inside the city, and it's too far most of the time. I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds like they're doing karaoke in there. I think it's a tea house. Maybe we'll stop for tea on the way out. Let's go on the bridge. Let's see what the view's like up here. It's a beautiful day today. A little bit windy, so it is chilly, but it is beautiful. And if you go that way a few miles, you're going to meet the Huangpu River. And again, in the distance there, you can just see the modern side of Shanghai because it is always developing. It's developing so fast, but these areas, they keep them like this, and it's not a gimmick. Like I said, this is not a tourist attraction. They just haven't made them, they just haven't modernized them, which I think is a good thing. That is somebody's house. Looks so cool. Let's take a look at that. Would you call that a tiny pagoda? I don't know. People are living back here. It's amazing. Downtown is literally, you can get there in 20 minutes on the metro. It's crazy that there's still places like this so close to the downtown. There is the dragon. I assume they had a big Chinese New Year celebration. Again, 新年快乐, 新年快乐. It is the year of the horse. Very nice. So these are houses. People are literally living in there. A lot of these places have been converted into tea houses or stores, but people still do live here. Got the laundry outside. Extremely peaceful place, extremely peaceful. Like I said, first time I've been here, and it's very, very different to the ancient town in the area that I used to live in. I'm going to go there very, very soon because it's very different to this one. There's a lot more active, there's a lot more restaurants and places to eat, and a lot more people. But like I said, I don't know what this place is usually like on a normal day, because a lot of the people have already left Shanghai, go back to their hometowns to celebrate the holiday. I've not seen a single thing in English apart from Happy New Year. All of the signs, all of the information is just going to be in Mandarin, which is good. Again, just look at that building. It is not modern at all. I do think it's going to happen soon. All the older people are going to die, the young people don't want to live here, so they're just going to build some modern buildings, which is a shame. Let's take a look at the river down here. We can get really close to it, see all this information here. Not a single word in English, not complaining. There it is. So the Huangpu River is the main river in Shanghai. It runs straight through the middle of the city, and it is filthy. It is extremely, extremely dirty, exactly the same as this, because it literally meets the Huangpu River over there. But beautiful, beautiful. Imagine living here and growing up here. There's a lot of alleyways and stuff that lead to people's homes. Of course, I don't want to get too close because people are living their lives, but I think it's interesting to see it. Again, it feels like you're so far away from a major big city, but you're not. I wouldn't even say we're on the outskirts. Like, we're so close to downtown, and people are still living in houses like this. Pretty amazing. I think one of the biggest positives about living here in China is it is so safe. I don't feel in danger walking around a place I'm not familiar with. I don't feel in danger walking down small alleyways. I know there's a lot of countries that I would never ever just walk around and see what I can find, but here I have no problem doing that just because it is the safest place I've ever been to in my life, which is the way it should be. I think this is just going to lead to the street, which is of course the busy main street. So let's go back. There's more to see. Definitely not my usual video that I make. This is a very, very chill one. I hope you're enjoying seeing this kind of stuff, because Shanghai is not always, everything is not bustling, busy, and bright lights and tall buildings. Like there are places like this that still exist, and I think it's so interesting to see, and I hope that you're enjoying it. There are many of these though, ancient streets. It's always a sign if there's laundry outside that people are living there. It is actually interesting because the standard of these houses are extremely low. So I have no idea what the quality of life is for these people. I don't even know if those ones down there have water, like electricity. I honestly don't know. Again, there's so many of these alleyways just leading to people's houses. People here are extremely kind though. They're extremely kind. It is not normal to see a foreigner in this area, but everyone's been saying ni hao to me and they've been very, very friendly. I would love to see inside one of these old houses. I would love it. It is literally just older people just sleeping outside. Pretty surprising actually there's not more restaurants and snacks and street food and stuff, because most of the other ancient towns that I've been to is just full of it. So many skewers and barbecue on hot pot and noodles on rice places, but I haven't seen any. If you've never seen the streets of China before, you are not going to see trash. You're not going to see homeless people. It's just the way it is here. And it's the way it should be everywhere in the world. This place says self-help shopping. 24 hours self-help shopping. Should we take a look? Let's take a look. No, I'll scan the QR code to enter. Let me do that. Okay, I've got my WeChat. Let's scan this QR code. Let's see what happens. Okay, I agree. Yes, that's my phone number. I'm gonna... Ooh. Okay, I'm in. There you go. There's no workers in here. Self-help shopping. So I guess I pay here. Of course, there's no English instructions, so I don't really know what I have to do. Is it not going to let me out unless I buy something? I don't know. But let's take a look. They have literally anything you want. Just a regular corner store. Just with no workers. Very cool. There's beer in the fridge, so I don't know how they stop kids coming in and buying beer. I don't know. So I can show you some of the prices. So a Coca-Cola is a 5 yuan, which is probably 60 cents, 70 cents US. Very nice. Some snacks, $1. Basketball. There's the beers. PGO is beer. PGO. Got some ice cream. And let's see if this is locked. No. I can't get out. I think I need to buy something, so let me find something to buy. Alright, I'm gonna get some ice cream. Let me see what happens. Alright. Scan the ice cream and then I can open my Alipay and I'm gonna pay. Paid for my ice cream. So I need to scan the QR code again to get out. So let me scan. Ice cream. Bingjiling. Bingjiling is ice cream. What an experience that was. You see upstairs again? Just the older houses. Don't know if people live up there. But these ones looked abandoned. So the one on the right, of course, is the store I just went in. And then the next one, and the next one. They look like they're abandoned, which is sad. There's a big crowd over here. Let's see what's going on. What an incredible experience that was. Why are all these tourists and foreigners over there at the Bund and Nanjing Road when there's this stuff going on? It's crazy to me. That was so cool. I can still hear that music. I hope they're still playing when I go back. I swear the average age of residents here is like 80. A few dogs around here though. That dog understands Mandarin. How crazy is that? This looks like a modern building. I think it's a coffee shop. Yeah, it's a little cafe. This place is a restaurant. It's not open right now. Let me go back so you can see the building. Very, very cool building. I really hope these places stay forever. But unfortunately, I don't think they are. Because of what I talked about earlier. Young people just don't want to live here. And soon they're just gonna be knocked down and developed into more boring buildings like those ones over there. It's kind of sad, really. That's a nice building. It looks like people's homes. And ka'ai to go. Very cute dog. That's literally the end. Straight shot, straight road. Sanlin Old Street. Very different from the other old streets and ancient streets that I've been to in Shanghai. Let's take a look down here. Of course, I'll show you the other ones. Unfortunately, they're a lot more touristy. This is literally real Shanghai, I guess you could call it. Again, people living down here. Don't want to get too close. Don't want to get too close. Very interesting though, fascinating. 2026, people are still living in places like this in a major city. It's crazy. And these people are not poor. Like, they don't live like this because they're poor. They want to live here. All of their friends live here. Like, they've lived here their whole life, I assume. And they have kids. They have grandkids that probably live over there in the downtown area, and they don't want to live here. We've got a little kids playground over here. And I'm literally at the end. That's it. All right, let's take a walk back. I can show you how close the modern city is to the old street. Again, I want to say I'm extremely out of place here. They don't get tourists down this street. They don't get foreigners walking up and down here. But I'm not uncomfortable at all. I'm not in danger at all. So many people have said hello to me. So many people have said Happy New Year. And if you're ever considering visiting China, why not? Why not? Come and see it. Come and see a country so different from your own one. That's a cool building. Could be a tea house. I see some tables and stuff upstairs. I would definitely have to come back after the holiday, because I'm sure there's more restaurants and stuff. But those people have gone back to their hometowns. They're on holiday. Ooh, I see a bridge. Let's cross the rickety bridge. What is the point of this bridge? I don't know. I don't know what this bridge is for. See the older people having their lunch, hanging out with their friends, just living their life, I'm going to show you just how close the old street is to the modern side of the city. So here is the self-help supermarket that I went to. And let's leave Sanlin Old Street. Let's walk down here. I'm just going to keep it running just so I can show you in real time how close. Got some shared bikes here. such an incredible experience for me and anybody that gets to visit China in general. But get out of the touristy areas. I'm telling you, get away from Nanjing Road and the Bund. And I had a few messages recently from people to say, show us the non-touristy parts, and I want to mix it up. I want to show you the places that everybody's heard of. Everybody knows about the Bund, everybody knows about Shanghai Disneyland, but I guarantee that 99% of people watching this video have never ever heard of Sanlin Old Street. So I hope that you clicked on this video and you saw that and you was interested by it and you was fascinated by it, because tourists don't see this, and maybe this is not something that tourists should see, but I think it is. Because if you're going to go across the world to a country that has a different culture, different language, different people, different food, everything, every single thing about China and the UK is different, why wouldn't you want to see the real place? You know, that's the way I think about it. I love going to Nanjing Road, I love going to the Bund, but I also love seeing the real place. And what, I've been filming for 1 minute and 20 seconds, and there's a huge shopping mall right there. There's restaurants everywhere, there's chains, there's probably a McDonald's just down the street, and we are that close. We are that close to the old street, just down there. It's incredible. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Wherever you go, like it's not even related to China. Any country you go to, any city you go to, try and get out of the touristy areas and see the real place. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Here you go. We are in the hustle and bustle of Shanghai now. I mean, like, living in China, like, it's an experience that when I'm 80 years old, I'm going to be telling my kids and grandkids about it. Like, I lived in China and I saw this and that and that and that, and you can only see it in China. It's a weird feeling, but I'm so thankful that I get to live here and experience these kinds of things. But I put myself out there to experience them, you know. Like, it's completely up to you to find the real place. But I'm going to say what I said before, because there are many countries that I've been to that I would not just walk around in a place that I'm unfamiliar with. Maybe it's a little bit dangerous. I wouldn't do that, just because there's some bad places out there. But China is one of those places where I've never felt in danger. Like, I never ever felt in danger. I lived here for over 2 years. I just returned to Shanghai. I've never felt in physical danger here. Of course, bad things happen here because there's bad people everywhere. But walking around there, not speaking the language, not knowing what's going on, not knowing anything about this place, never ever felt in danger. People were saying hi to me. Not a single person was like, oh my God, you're a foreigner. What are you doing here? Get away from us. Like, not a single person said that, and I'm sure not a single person thought that. Maybe someone did, I don't know. But such an invaluable experience. I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just trying to, I guess, inspire you to get out there and travel and see the world. And I'm a million miles from my home. Like, a million miles. I mean, my home in the UK. It feels like I'm so far away, but you know, it's just great experience for me. Like, I'm so happy right now, and I'm so happy that I can share it with you. I hope that you found this interesting, and I hope that you like seeing the non-touristy parts of China. Maybe you've never seen them before, maybe you didn't know it looked like that, but I'm experiencing new things every single day. That is literally life in China. So I'm very thankful, and there's a lot more videos coming, so hit subscribe if you want to see more, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my video. 谢谢你看我的视频，可以关注我。See you next time. Goodbye. 再见。